Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episodes 9 and 10. If you, for some reason, haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely do that. The show is just getting better and better. Like the video, hype the video, comment, all that good stuff. I love hearing from you all. I appreciate everything that you guys do. These are so enjoyable. We're doing a lot of series, so yeah, now's the time to subscribe. Let's go ahead and start. Man. Don't mind them. I'm sure she would much rather be around him all the time and having those type of moments with him. I don't think that's it at all. They just assumed, I guess? Now that they know, though, will they try to help here? Okay, so she's gonna let her do it on her own terms.
転移と召喚が似ていることに気づいた。呼び寄せるのと送り出す。あらゆるものが似通っている。しかし、決定的に違う部分がある。それは、人間は召喚できないということ。
Okay, so you can't summon people specifically. We saw in the disaster people getting teleported away.
先輩、召喚魔術に詳しい人知りませんか?
So the more he learns, the more he can find out exactly what happened there. Because there's got to be more specifics. Interesting. Did it show this person in the school? Maybe it showed like a quick glance and I missed it or something. But improving the dining hall's food to inventing uniforms and blackboards. So they were the inventor of that? That does seem like a lot of things that would be from, like, I just assumed that existed in this world already. Does that mean that this person could possibly have been isekai too? Is that what they're like implying here? Because that's what that smells like to me. But there hasn't been any like evidence or anything like that's really. That would be, oh my god, that would be a fucking wrench in it. Because I'm trying to think if there was ever been any evidence of that. Because it's honestly, we know in other shows there can be multiple people isekai'd, and it's not always one person, though it is a rarity. But that would be really interesting if this person was originally from his world. But also, there's a lot of questions there. Would it be from the same time? Could it be from... I mean, there's just could be 50,000 other things there. Holy hell. I bet you anything that's a song from the real world, too. Okay, I'm getting excited. Didn't we see, like... I feel like I need to go back and pause and go look, but this is just my brain and my memory right here. Could that be the same girl? We saw a girl with long black hair that was from Turning Point 2. We saw her and she said something. I always thought there was something weird about this. She said something to the dragon god, and then he went and like healed him. So could there be a possible... Oh my god, it would make so much sense. Because if we... Oh my... Holy shit! Because how is the dragon god even able to talk to somebody without them fearing them? The only person we know that's had that is Holy shit! Holy shit! I feel like I'm just opening up the fucking wormhole of fucking truth. Holy shit! Because the only person was Rudy, who's from another world. He's the only person that, at least from what they were saying in that scene, that he wasn't automatically fear. Like there was no fear from him. So if she's able to do it, it was odd already. I remember thinking about that for half a second and then just it erasing in my brain, but it would make total sense. If this is the same person, I don't know why they're at this school, but like, holy shit. They could be isekai. Holy shit. It's all adding up. I hope it's true now. I hope oh my God, I'm gonna look like an idiot if I'm wrong, but I swear to God, we haven't seen anyone with that look. And they were wearing like a mask too. Saw that white freaking, yeah, it's the same, yeah, let's go. Holy shit. Yup. That's gotta bring back some, holy hell. Okay, we're gonna be pausing a lot. I was just talking the other episode saying that, hey, it's been a bit slower. I should know with this series that it's gonna pick up and shit's gonna go crazy after a few episodes. It seems to happen consistently with this series. Holy shit. Commenting on just his reaction here to that, obviously he's getting PTSD from that moment. He's feeling this. I can tell this episode is gonna be paused a lot. Apologies ahead of time. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, he's dealing with PTSD from that moment. Holy hell. And the mask is a little cracked. Whoa.
優しい手だ。なんだか懐かしい。
What? Why is she talking in that right now? Is she doing that to make him jot his memory? Because why is she speaking that? Or for a while? I guess she wouldn't know what's going on there. And how did you meet him? There's so much questions here. Why are you here? I mean, she technically saved him. What is that? Shinohara Akito. Shinohara Akito Kuroki Satoshi. But for one, she's writing in Japanese. This is gonna set him off. That should click right there. She got isekai. Actually, I want to go back to that. Kuroki Satoshi, Shinohara Akito. So it's two names. She knows that. I don't recognize them. I don't recognize those names. But she knows those names. And if she got isekai, then maybe she's looking for two. Oh my God. Holy fucking shit. My brain is mesh. I'm going to say something and it's going off. I've rewatched the first episode a few times. I tend to do this with series that I get really invested in. And then the fucking shit. Is this the girl that he saves in the beginning of the show? Everything would fucking add up. And this series has been, holy shit. It has to be. And the two names are those two guys that were with her in the beginning. I just rewatched it recently. I was like, fuck it. When I watched, okay. So when I saw the episode Turning Point 2, after a couple days, I started watching more, and I just started thinking about who this freaking person, because I thought about what I just mentioned. So I went back to episode 1, but I kind of just wrote it off, and I thought, okay, that would be interesting because she looks kind of like the first, like at least with the black hair and the long hair, as that girl that was like, that he was like trying to save. It was not episode 1, it was like episode 2 or something, right? Whenever it flashed, whatever the episode was that he flashed back to his past or whatever, how he died. And we saw, man, this is going to be such a long episode. Where like we saw how she was just like, we saw her for a split second and these two guys that were with her. And then I remember like he was trying to like save her or whatever. He was trying to save them or her or whatever the case is, because he was trying to get them out of the way because they were like stepping in the middle of the road or by the road. So here, and then when I went back to episode 1 because I was trying to get any information from it, and they commented something on the two people are missing, or two, and I assumed it was the two guys. So she could have died, isekai'd here, and then those two could have gone missing or maybe died later or something. So maybe they could possibly have still gotten isekai'd, but they did say they were missing. And it never said anything about the third person. So she could have died, got isekai'd, and then those two could have ran off or got hurt and ran off or something happened there. Maybe like escaped because it looked like they were like bullying her or talking to her for whatever reason. Everything is clicking to me. It has to be that. I was thinking it as a crackpot theory, but now like this adds up too much. This series is very good at letting things add up once I've noticed this from season 1. And then we get more questions. It makes the most sense to me. Holy shit. And there's no way they know the connection either then. So are you the same way? Yes! Let's go! Yeah, he remembers! But why does she look the same? Why does she... This is another thing I have to think about. Like, that is the odd part. Now, could he have... Because he hated himself so much, right? Maybe different things happened to different people because he felt a certain way about himself, right? We saw his past and everything. So maybe he got, shown differently or better. Look, he got made into a different person because he wanted to be or had the need to be or whatever. It's odd that she looks exactly the same. That's how he's able to recognize her. He did see her for a split second. Okay, I'm fucking right. So she's assuming that he looked like that in his past. I'm also actually, I'm so many things are running through my brain. I don't want to make the base assumption that she is isekai'd the way he did, just because, unless I missed something in that last sentence. It could, she could have. We saw her a few years ago. It's been a few years now. She could have. If she got isekai'd, then she went from being born to this and still looking the same, which is interesting, right? But also she could have been isekai'd, but also possibly teleported in some way. So maybe because the only thing I can think of why she looks exactly the same is maybe she got isekai'd not reborn, teleported to another world as herself or whatever, because she did look younger. I can't really tell with age here. And if we're assuming she got this is a lot of just speculation from me. It could easily be, this is just extra. I can't help it. The show has made me think of every little detail, but there is a possibility that maybe she wasn't reborn in here and then she got teleported at that, because she does look a little bit older than that and she looks similar. Now I would have to look. I just had to float back here because I wanted to make sure. Yeah, she looks younger here. So maybe she got teleported here. Now, what was her phrasing? I need to see her phrasing really quick. Huh?
私以外にも飛ばされた人がいるなんてなんだか
Who
頼も
got
しい。
sent here? I think she got, yeah, she didn't get,
お互い協力しよう。
yeah, see, two different things. He got reborn here. She got, oh no, it's like two different shows. It's like two different shows in one. She got, okay, so her journey is she got transported here. Isekai, but transported. So she's trying to get back to her home, to the real world, to her, right? He got killed in isekai. I mean, she got killed too, or whatever, but like isekai'd in isekai'd in to another world, but as a different person, completely different stories, different ways of going, and she wants to go back. There's no way he wants to go back.
元の世界になんて帰りたくない。
Yeah, they were speaking Japanese to each other. Holy shit.
私はこの世界に興味はないわ。くだらない召喚物の漫画やラノベのように元の世界の知識を使ってどうこうするつもりもない。
She just wants to get back.
確かにあなたと同じ世界から来たのは間違いないです。
She's a different isekai protagonist.
この世界で家族や友人ができました。
転生といったところ。
Yeah.
私は転移に近い。
Yeah, okay. Oh my god. This is why I pay attention.
友達と下校してたらトラックが突っ込んできて気づいたらこっちに。あなたは？
Okay, so we're just assuming she died. She could have got teleported immediately.
そこでオルステッドに保護された。
なぜオルステッドが？
さあ。
Probably because
彼が私を召喚したわけじゃないみたい。
hers is different. That's why I said it's like we have another, it's like new isekai protagonist unlocked. She's a protagonist from a different show. That's what it feels like. So she could have been summoned from somebody else. He's trying to discover summoning magic. I guess that's what she could be. They could have mutual interest, is trying to learn the magic. But man, this show, the way I like to look at shows like this and dissect things, I get rewarded in this show heavily for diving as deep as I have. This episode is called the ajrich payoff episode. Holy fucking shit!
そこで2年間アスラで過ごした。言葉もわからないから勉強して読み書きも覚えた。その後はあの人に連れられて世界中旅した。あっちこっちに敵がいて戦いばかりだった。
And he probably kept with you because
でもなんか他と様子が違ってたからオルステッドに頼んで生き返らせてもらったの。
Yep, in that moment she said something. That's how he got back, and he listened to her. I think one of the things that maybe she let her join, this is just speculation, but maybe because the same thing with Rudy being able to not fear him and everything compared to everybody else, maybe that is the reason why just like Ruiger, who was kind of by himself and doing his own thing in a sense, right? And Rudy didn't fear him, and he kept to himself forever until Rudy was around. And so somebody like Orsted, who has some type of fear thing or whatever, and people like run from him or whatever the case, as we saw everybody else, if she doesn't do that, maybe that's the reason, maybe at least part of the reason why he ended up with her and letting her be around him and stuff.
それにしてもどうしてオルステッドは人神と争っているんですか？
私も詳しいことは知らないわ。けど個人的な恨みだって言ってたわね。メモの2人を探すために1年で世界中を回ったわ。
1年で世界を？
My assumption is those two guys are not in this world.
どういう？
Actually, it said there was two people missing, right? I might have to go back again on that episode, but it said something about two people missing or something, so there could be a possibility. I mean, there's still a slight possibility that they could be here. I mean, yeah, there is still a slight possibility, and we have one other actually, it could be for sure, because we have one person isekai'd, her getting teleported here. I think the show is capable of having more than just those two, so I'm not going to write that off, but I just remember them saying that there was two people missing or something. So maybe they're missing, meaning they got isekai too or something.
天魔法人って知ってる？
Or maybe just one of them.
名前だけは。でも、すでに存在しないと聞きましたけど。
神魔大戦の頃に作られた遺跡には残ってるらしいわよ。
遺跡？どこにあるんですか？
それは口止めされてるから言えない。
口止め。
第一、私はついて回っただけだから覚えてないしね。出会ったとある人にこんなことを言われたわ。お前は何者かの手によってこの世界に召喚
And
さ
that's
れ
a
たのでは
total
ないか。
difference. Yeah.
とある人って
Summoned by somebody.
誰ですか？
言えないわ。自分のことは誰にも言うなって言われたの。
なぜ？
私たちはこの世界にとって異物なの。歴史を大きく変えるようなことをすればきっと世界に排除される。
Whoa.
だから自分に必要なものしか作らないし、利がなければ提供もしない。
But we know he's altered. Like, if this is the case for Rudy, which I'm going to go through, but I don't think. I think they have different. I think it's different for him. If it was the same case, then everything Rudy has done, wouldn't it affect things in a weird way or change or shape things? Now, it's definitely a possibility that it could. He's not supposed to be there too, but hear me out. Because of the way he was reincarnated and born into this world and stuff, maybe his circumstance is different than hers in that case. Though the more I'm talking about this now and I'm thinking about it, maybe he really isn't, just because of some of the things that have happened. I'm in the center. I'm going to need more evidence on that.
世界に排除？
SF
The
とか
world
読んだ
will
ことない？
erase us.
よくあるでしょ。
そういうものはタイムスリップしたやつが気にするべきことじゃ。
この世界
This is
の
so
人間
crazy.
は考えが凝り固まってるわ。誰もやったことないものをやろうとするなら人に教わってもできないでしょ。魔力がある前提で話されても困るのよね。
魔力ないんですか？
そう、私の魔力はゼロ。あなたは魔力あるよ
Wow.
ね。
Zero. Okay, yeah, total
転生と
difference.
転移の違いかもね。ちなみ
Total
にこの世
difference.
界ではあらゆるものに魔力が宿ってるそうよ。
That's
そこら
why
の
I
死体で
think
もね。
they might not have the same thing when it comes to that. Either
あ
being able to
と、
be
そう、
erased.
これもあなたに当てはまらないのかしら。私この世界に来て5年くらいなんだけど、年を取らないみたい。
I don't know. She looked a little bit older, but
それは羨ましいです
okay.
ね。
She can't age. Yeah, see,
まあ、
way
知らない
big,
土地で不況
big
を捉えてい
difference.
くよりはマシでしょうね。
I think, especially the not aging part. That actually, I'm a little surprised by. I know it's been, at least it had been a few years, but I thought maybe she had aged a bit, because when we saw that flashback, she looked younger there to me, but who knows on that one. So it's interesting, because that means that, oh, holy hell, there's so much here. Like, it's one of those things where that makes me think that they do have two separate stories, two separate circumstances, obviously reincarnated and teleported there. But it makes me think that Rudy is probably not, like, everything that she's saying, a lot of it doesn't apply to him.
取引をしましょう。私は魔力がないし、戦う術も持たない。多分不老だけど不死じゃないわ。
ええ。
私はこの世界が嫌い。現実味がないし、ご飯は
I
美
can
味しくない
see why she would have
倫理
that
観はおかしい
those
し
thoughts.
不便だし。元の世界に残してきた人もいる。
この世界が好きです。
Different circumstances.
帰りたくありません。
元の世界に残してきたものとかないの？
I mean, nothing.
何の未練もありません。
うん。
I mean, he had the definition of really
大往生だっ
nothing.
たのね。
I don't know about no regrets. I'm sure he has lots of regrets from his past.
私とあなたでは目的が違う。けど互いに欲しいものを持っている。だから取引よ。
Yeah, they can both help each other out in different ways.
さっき話したでしょ。魔力。あなたには実験を手伝ってもらう。私はあなたの知りたいことを
So
教
he
える。
has to do
要する
some.
に、ギブアンドテイクの関係ってことですか？
そう。
I'm assuming they've been speaking in Japanese the whole time. And because we watch this in Japanese, it's harder to tell that there's a difference here, right? When they're talking. But I'm assuming, especially since she mentioned it earlier, I'm assuming they've been speaking that way to themselves the entire time. And so she's in the dark here. And it's absolute, because my first thought was like, holy shit, this must be mind blowing. But if she hasn't learned any of this, yeah, this has just got to be like, what the fuck is happening?
わかりました。では、協力しましょう。
そう、ありがとう。先に言っておくけど、後になってやっぱりやめたはなしね。
男に二言はありません。
そういう日本の言葉を聞くと感動する。じゃあ差し当たって何か知りたいことはある？転移事件について調べてるって聞いたけど。
ザ・カーブタイプ、エヴァン・ボシュ。七星さん、ここからはこっちの言葉で。
わかったわ。例の事件の仕組みはわかる。
Okay, so now they're speaking the normal language there, or well, human there. Maybe it had to do with her in general. Like whoever did that, the mass teleportation thing there, could it have been a result of whoever was summoning her? If there was somebody summoning her specifically, or summoning, or I mean, it could be multiple things. It could be like the teleportation or whatever was like actually a summoning, and then that was the downside of it, was other people getting freaking teleported everywhere in the world was like the bad function or the aftermath of it. Or it could have been that wasn't even trying to, like, it was, maybe that was the specific thing, and then the aftermath or the outside of it was her being teleported there. Mass teleportation was probably the backlash. Okay, so she's assuming there, but I think it could be either or. Oh shit, yeah! Of course she would feel like that. Anyone that finds that out, if she's to blame, yeah. Holy hell! Holy shit. This might be, I keep saying this, I think this is going to happen. This might be one of my favorite episodes. Biggest info dump ever. Revelations of everything. But yeah, Sophie, who didn't get to hear a lot of that conversation, is absolutely in the, only hear, that part for sure is going to set her off. Anybody that hears that, she shouldn't be telling anybody that. Now, here's the weird dynamic now. One, Rudy doesn't even know it's Sophie right now. So that's an odd part. Two, she's going to think that because of the camaraderie, there's going to be camaraderie here, that because they're from the same world and stuff, that he's going to have to back her up on everything. It's just going to be a completely different perspective. She doesn't see people as this is real, really. The way she's talked about things, it's just, he sees everything as real, and it took him a while. We think about how Rudy, initially, he did kind of look at it like that. Think about his past and how he treated things. It was like he wasn't really taking it as seriously until emotional things happened to him. Things he went through that felt real, it became real for him. It took time. For her, she's been here only 5 years, and nothing has felt real to her. So of course she's going to have this type of attitude. He's going to be able to relate because that's how he looked at things initially. So he's going to be able to help here, but man, what a dynamic. Holy hell. She didn't hear the whole conversation, so yeah.
いや、僕の方こそいきなりごめんなさい。
とにかく例の事件については私もよく分かっていない。誰がどんな目的でどうしてあんな被害になったのか。
オルステッドさんは何と？
こんなことは初めてだって。
人神はオルステッドが起こした。
Yeah, well, the man god is fucking fishy.
なんで自分が原因なんて言い方を？
We've known that from the
後になって
beginning.
からああだこうだ
Just
言
the
わ
way
れ
he
たら嫌
talks,
でし
for
ょ。
God's sakes.
だから先に言っといたのよ。おそらく私が原因だ。理想も理論的には説明できるはず。そのためにも大量の魔力が必要なのよ。
なるほど。僕の存在は渡りに船だったと。
渡りに
They
船。
kind of need, well, wording right there.
そう
Wording.
かもね。
Phrasing.
話は分かりました。今日のところはこのくらいで。僕も話を整理します。
そう。こっちも話しすぎて疲れたし。うん。これからよろしく。
Man, this changes everything. Holy hell. This feels like a mini turning point right here. Honestly, I
マ
wonder.
テウス君は彼女のことをどう思ってるの？
Yeah, I was thinking about like Rudy's thinking here because this, even though this helps in the sense of now there's like hope in the sense of being, they can help each other. He can learn things he wants to learn. Obviously, he doesn't want to go back there, but he can, and he found somebody from his, like, you know, from his original world. I don't even like to call it the real world because for Rudy's sake too, he lives in this world. This is his world now, where I do hope that this doesn't set him back a little bit. I don't think it will. I think he's gone through a lot here, and I love the improvement he's had and the way he's thought, but like having somebody from his former life and then like the way things were kind of treated in that discussion and stuff, like could throw him, it's going to make him think for a while. I think that would happen for anybody.
正直、気に食わない部分はありますが、信用します。一応。
I mean, I can understand why.
そっか。
She wants to go back. She liked her former life.
心配してくれたんですね。ありがとうございます、先輩。
いや、心配ってわけじゃ。
I mean, it was obvious, yeah.
まあ、どういたしまして。
Now's the time to say something. Sophie, I think you need to do it. I know there's a lot that's been talked about just now. To be fair, there was a huge info dump. Maybe it wouldn't have been, okay, actually, now that I think about it, probably not the appropriate time to mention that. I think that would have broke his brain. But I think she does need to, sooner rather than later, tell him in a way. Because I just don't think he's gonna, I'm hoping he's gonna figure it out. But man, did this episode really open things up. We usually do these in 2 episodes for the most part, but this has to be 1. This is like, I mean, literally I've taken about the same time as I did with 2 because there was 2. This is the biggest info dump of this entire series. I think this changes things, at least the dynamic of things, more than anything of this series so far. And I'm even including that just because of having somebody from his life and having it something that was shown in episode 1 and 2. This show has this, we're going to use the term godsend. This show's been kind of a godsend for me because it's kind of insane. It's literally up my alley. I'm people that have watched other reaction series of mine, I speculate and go into things for shows that sometimes don't even need it, right? I tend to really look into things because I love that aspect. That's why I always say recommend to me shows that have that let me utilize, I feel like my best strengths, right? When it comes to series, like my reactions in series like this. I love reviewing, commentating. I think I see myself more of a reviewer commentator than a reaction in general, but I honestly, I feel like this is absolute, the cherry on top for me. This is this series feels like it was made for me. I honestly feel like this is my type of show because I don't know how many times I've been paid off on being able to rewatch something 5 times. I told you, I went back to things because I literally couldn't get it out of my brain. With series that make me think like that, Genosha kind of did that too, and I didn't even need to on some of that. But there's series that just get me to freaking really think, and yeah, that's when you get the 50,000 pauses. This show really does that, but I get paid off with it. Me paying attention and noticing things, or thinking about things in a different perspective, or not just assuming what's happening on screen is what's reality, pays off with this show in spades. I'm so happy right now. I'm overly happy. I hope you guys watch the whole thing. I'm gonna try to keep as much of my talking as I possibly can in there. I know it's gonna be overkill in this episode, but I think it's worth it. I appreciate you guys watching these. Make sure you check out the Patreon. It's the best way to support this channel, honestly. Check out the Patreon, full reactions, exclusive shows, subscribe, hype the video. That helps. If a lot of you guys hype this, it probably gets seen more. So it's free. Hype the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.